you, my friend. There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, Tiny. They're coming up against the Artist. They'll meet as light heavyweights.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
First up is Tiny from the United States of America. Up against them, the Artist from the United States of America.
Look at this. These fights are so up front. Look at that.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the orange trunks with red trim, Tiny. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. Wearing the orange trunks trimmed with pink, the Artist.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is it. This is that place. This is that fight venue. This is the place where the action happens.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. The time has finally arrived. These 2 men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. That counter punch caught him clean. Swing and a miss with that hook. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Got out of the way of that right hook. Nice counter. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these 2 finally in the ring.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Jab does not score. Can't score with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Shot at a time, set him up, but you'll take. Now you go back out there and switch back on. Get focused, get your mind back on it. He's hurt, he's ready to go, but you've got to be smart, otherwise you'll see. Get your mind back on the job. It was a god-awful round, I tell you. Just the same again, don't change too much yet.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
Those 1-2 straights down the middle, can't miss him. Stay focused. Don't let back.
Here we go. It's round 2. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be afraid. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter puncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
He needs to be careful not to... Oh, wait a minute! A chance to make history! It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. Oh my goodness, Johnny! And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. Looks like they've shaken it off.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back?
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. And down goes the artist. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Take the round off, win the round on your jab, and breathe when you're stepping around.
The right hand's beautiful. That's it. And just stick a few body shots in there, very double.
Need you to switch back on, get focused, get your mind
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you're getting back into this, you're better than this.
And there's the bell for round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you want...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. What a massive upset this would be. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What caught sleeping on the job? What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful. Hold it right there. The defense failed them. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
stretching air with that hook. An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just stay together. Put him back in his place. Get my box. Keep smart. Just get him on the end of the jab.
Get your shots off and don't give him anything, all right? Go back out there and win this round. Only lost one round. Listen, what are you doing? I need you to focus on what you're doing.
You were thinking. You were smart. You were loading up. You were still.
You're better than that, kid. Just go back out there and get behind the base.
And don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end of what you do.
Good luck. I need you to go back out there and you will win this round. Get your mind back.
Don't give him any free shots. Keep smart.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
All right?
Can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
There's the bell for round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The jab not finding its target. Is he going to punch himself out, though? The straight right just misses. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
And he scores with the counter. So close for that uppercut. What heart! You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
You were thinking,
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing?
I need you to go back. Don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away. Play like defense.
Get that jab back. Just box him. Just be smart. Just get your shot.
It's the same again. Don't change too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or anything. Just set him up and you
Turn back together. You got complacent. The fight's not.
just make sure you follow through. Don't let him coast through this right
Back, and now you've let him back into it. I need you to go back out.
jab. You're getting your time in already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it.
Focus back. Get that jab back. Just box him.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Don't let him back.
Round, right? There's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. Get back out there and switch on.
And there's the bell for round 5. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Throws the jab but does not score. Beautiful counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're gonna find out.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off and win the round on your jab.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good?
But come on, we're switching up. We've got to be complacent. This fight's not ready.
Ready, that right hand is beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few
Put in the bag, and now you're letting back into it. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get the jab back. It's boxing, just be smart. Just get your shots off and don't give him anything, all right?
ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's
Listen, don't worry about it. I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Go out there, finish him. Just stay focused.
Other than that, kid, just go back out there and get behind the basics.
Oh. Good work there. The jabs are working.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Just don't get him back into the fight. Great round. Just get him on the end of the jab. You're getting your time.
And there's the bell to start round 6. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
No rest for the weary. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Hard look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. His stamina is off the charts. He misses with that jab. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Just
Get back out there and win the round.
keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
And we're thinking of the fight because he's going to be confident. I want you to go back out there and take his confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him in the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace to get your momentum.
Good work. Good work there. The jabs are working nice.
Right. You need to go back out there, and you will win this round.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Be smart. Get your shots in. Don't get him anything. Go back out there.
Shots. Keep smart. Just get him.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
Just get out there.
That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great work.
Here we go. It's round 7. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an ending out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That hook won't score. The straight right just misses. The perfect counter lands. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
A lot of effort being exerted here. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. That uppercut just missed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
You were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab. No, you carried.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Get your mind back on the job.
Good work. It's the same again. Don't change too much.
The fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league.
Go on. Don't let him back in or anything. Don't give him no free shots. Smart. Goes 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight.
He's set. Forget about that round. It was a bad round.
We're ready. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. And just stick a few body shots in.
You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch.
I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or anything.
Or win the round. I need you to focus.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
This kid. Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab base.
And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
His stamina is off the charts. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The corner's got the towel. Are they going to throw it in? Whoa, wait a minute. Why weren't they covering up? I don't believe what we're seeing here.
up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Blocks that right hook. A straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, Johnny, it was a very close fight until the end. In the end, we get a split decision.
These guys are doing their job right. I'd have called it exactly as that. You know, I might have been around that or two, but these guys have got it right. Well even fight, even match. I'd have noted that as well.